Now we're going to take a look at the controllers formula folder.
Yep. So controllers is, I think it's kind of a general name that a lot of languages toolkits have for the actual. So we've got resources in our design, like a user is a resource.
Yeah.
We've got actions on it, and then you have the controller, which actually does those actions. So
we have resources in our design. A user is a resource?
Yep.
What else would be a resource?
A course.
A course is a resource.
A section in a course.
A section. We were kind of calling those objects earlier too.
Yeah, somewhat.
So we have resources, and then we have, and this is Go speak, right?
Yeah,
resources
and resources, and then you got actions.
Actions, which do things to the resources.
Which do things to the resource. Yeah. And then the controller is the actual code that does the action.
Okay. So resources, and then we have actions, and the controllers are the actions?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's kind of, I think about like in OOP, just, we have objects, and objects have state and functionality, but what are they called? It's they know things and they do things. State and methods, I think.
Methods are the functions, yeah.
Yeah.
So each file's got a main.go, a swagger.go.
Okay.
Which the swagger.go is actually just a copy paste from every file. It does not change in any microservice at all.
Okay.
There's not even like an ID or name or something to change. So it's just required to have the swagger be served. So the main.go, and then each one also has generate unix.go, generate unix.sh, generate win.bat, and generate win.go. Those 4 files are in every microservice as well. So what they are is the .go files are super small and short. So like generate win.go says only compile this if you're on Windows. And then it says if you say go generate in this folder, run generate win.bat. And then that's it.
Cool.
And then the generate unix.go is pretty much the same thing. Only build this if you're not on Windows. And
so
if you run go generate.
Those comments are actual code that the go command accesses when you do go build?
Yes.
So the go command knows to look for that?
So yeah, these are special commands, special comments specifically for Go. Build must be the first one in a file if you got it. Basically says this Go file include or exclude it based off of whatever these parameters are.
So that one says not Windows.
So not Windows. And then this one specifically go generate says run this command when you say go generate.
Okay.
So I can go to this controllers folder, I can say go generate, and it will run this command.
Okay.
Which is better than having to memorize 2 commands for Windows and Unix. I just say go generate for either one, and it runs the appropriate script.
Okay.
And then each of these scripts specify. Each of these scripts basically is just a command line script that loops over all the dependencies. So for example, this course microservice depends on the user microservice, the quiz microservice, the pay microservice, and the storage microservice. So for each one of those, if dep has vendored it, it runs it runs Goa's generate tool on it, and it's a lot of very esoteric code, but
that just looks like bad typing.
It does. That's because the Windows one, it's probably a little more clear on the Unix one. Not much though.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, not so many percents. So yeah, again, user, quiz, pay, and storage. Course needs to call out to all 4 of those microservices.
So the point of all this is stuff that when you kind of get the whole website running and build all those microservices into running functional different little applications talking to each other, which is the website built with microservices, that's all going to happen automatically with Bootstrapper. Bootstrapper is going to fire up all those microservices. When it fires up those microservices, it'll look to see what kind of machine it's on, If it's on a Windows machine, it's going to come in here and look in that repo and say, I'm Windows, I'm running this script.
Yep.
And then that's going to fire it up for Windows. And if it's on Unix, I'm running this script, and that's going to fire it up. And it knows to do that is not based upon the file names, but based upon the comments in each of those files, right?
The comments in the Go files, yep.
Fascinating. And that's all standard Go. That
Yeah.
part of what you can do with
Esoteric
Go that you could do with Go build, right?
Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe it's build or install. Probably
both.
Both.
Well, those comments for build, those comments say build specifically, but it works for anything that says go.
Yeah.
So go build, go install, go generate. They all look at this particular comment to determine if this file should be included or not.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
Where'd you learn that? Just a little researching to see if it's possible, and it's like, sweet, it's possible.
Conditional compilation is helpful in a lot of situations.
Dude, awesome phrase. Is that your phrase, conditional compilation?
No, that's the standard name.
Oh,
a couple languages have that.
That's nice.
So yeah, basically these scripts just say build. Goa can generate not only the server end of things, but also can generate some Go code to talk to another server. So you don't have to marshal all your values into JSON yourself. So what this is saying is you run the Goa command to generate that the client information for each microservice. Okay. So it just loops over each of these dependencies and generates the client code.
Okay.
And then it also generates Go run in that gen folder main.go. Okay. So that generates like the app folder, the database folder, everything that Go is generating. This script just basically says how to do that generation.
I didn't understand all of that, but I hope you did.
So because of that,
you can email Daniel if you have a question.
Because of that, I can go to course controllers, and I can say Go generate. Yeah. And that will do everything for Goa. Okay. Activates Go and generates everything. Okay. So if you're not using Bootstrapper because you have been editing stuff and you need to use -B or something, you can just go into the controllers folder,
that one microservice, and you have to, if like I've built stuff and I want to see if it's working, you need to go generate that one microservice. Yeah. And it'll regenerate that microservice, and then you can look to see if what you built is working.
Yeah, you can use -B. So, and then -M is what you'd use for everything, but everything has to be committed for.
But Go generate, if you could just use Go generate if you're in controllers. Like I'm working on that microservice, I could generate
Go
right
generate,
there.
And then you can use Bootstrapper -B to turn it on without having Bootstrapper.
Oh, you still have to do Bootstrapper -B
because it needs to turn on all the microservices.
But if it was already on though, and like it's already running, and I coded, I made some changes, and then I could just do Go generate, and it replaces what used to be with what's new, and then I just look at it, right?
Yes and no. Okay. It'll do it, but App Engine does not like localhost microservices, so it may take it 20 minutes to figure out the changes that occurred. So
because it might be caching or something.
It's doing weird stuff in the background, so it's actually faster just to turn off Bootstrapper, generate, and turn Bootstrapper back on with -B. Okay. And B means just boot. Just boot. Don't generate everything. Yeah.
All right. So if I'm working on microservice, turn off Bootstrapper, go generate the microservice I just did, and then turn Bootstrapper on -B, which is boot, meaning don't generate. Yep. Cool. Yep. Man, I don't know how anybody. It would have been hard for people to figure this out if we didn't make these videos. It's pretty custom.
It is very.
It's like you got to be introduced to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So. That's it for this video. I think we're at 8 minutes.
All right, perfect. That was a good video. And in this one, we were just kind of exploring controllers. Are we going to jump more into controllers in the next one?
I think probably we'll go to the gen folder real fast first, and then we'll go back to controllers.
Sweet. See you in the next one.